How are you? Another video. We're going to keep it short, right? You think so? You think we might keep it short? My finger's bothering me. Look at this finger. Look at that finger. It's all cut up. You ever see my fingers? You ever see my fingers? Here's my hand. Still dirty because I'm still working. Haven't even made it to the shower. I won't be in the shower till midnight. There's my hand. There's that straight line right across. You see that straight line right across? Makes a perfect fold. But my fingers are all broken up. I broke them all. What I'm going to show you right now is number 10. Now, number 10 is perfect. So when you just say the word 10, okay, the word TEN is a 39 number count. And because the word is 10, you can add 10 to 39 and it equals 49. 4 by 9 is 36, creation of man. But more than other, the 49 is the number for the word 8, the count of 8. And then we'd have to work in the word of heaven. Have you ever done that? He, Eve, A, N. You think these words are just, yeah, heaven. Let's look up the word heaven. Yeah, it only means heaven, right? It describes how it got there as a word. I want to correct something today. I think I'm obligated to keep 2, 4, 6, 8 together, even though September has 30 days. And that's for the birth. The reason September has 30 days is for the birth of creation from Pluto. That's the reason. The 9th month, the 9th planet of Pluto. 30 days of creation. October is 31 days, and one of the reasons for that is because 31 days plus the 10th month make 41. Okay, 31 days is the spirit creation, 1 and 3, in which what it shows 1 and 3. It shows 1 went into the 2 to create the 3, because otherwise it's only the 2. I know I lost myself, but also the Mediterranean is number 41. And now I got all excited because I just did something a little bit different, but because my mind says, try it, Ronnie. I call myself Ronnie sometimes. Are you coming, Ronnie? Yes, I'm coming, Dad. Hey, Raphael, what's up? Hey, not too much. And you? Seems like every time they call me Raphael, what's up? But when they're calling for Ronnie, I better be moving my ass. My cigarette went out. Anybody like to play connect the dots? I'm going to make it easier than that. Man can't live by medication alone, don't you know? Here's the 10 card. We're going to show you it, okay, in 3 levels by 3. And the reason for that, well, you know there's more than one side. There's a side here, and a side here, and a side here, and a side here. There's 9 or 10, I don't know how many sides there are to this, but there's a lot of them all the way around, even though they repeat. So we're going to go look. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Then we go to second level. We go from 1, 2, 3. Then we go 1, 2, 4, 6. As you see over here, the 6. And there's nothing here. And then we start in the next level. 1, which the 1 is over here. 3, nothing here. 7, 9, that level over there. Okay. And then we flip it upside down and we do the same thing. Okay. And what we end up with is 41 for all of these, and then 41 for all of these. Now, when you add in the center world, which should really only be done once, because the 2 worlds make 1 world, okay, so you add the 20. 41 and 41 is 82, or 28. 4 by 7, 28. And that's for beta, that is for the month of February, excluding the leap year, which is just adding on the man of spirit. Okay, and you have a total of 102 equals creation. And that's what this card is. At the same time, I told you it added up to October added up to 31, the 10th month, plus 10 equals the Mediterranean. Okay, these 2 up here and these 2 down here are the exact same thing. I may as well just fold the card over. So at the same time, if you take a look, now the center, what's the real value of this center? Well, why don't you take a look? 1 heart, 2 hearts, 3 hearts, 4 hearts, 5 hearts, 6 hearts. The center goes 6. 25, 6, 25. Look, here's the 52. 52 or 25. Here's the 52 or 25. The number that's missing here is 6 in the 5 hole. 6 in the 5 hole. Yo, 7-11. Only 7-11 you're getting yo when you throw a pair of dice is 6 and 5. And if you're going to tell me any difference, you'll be playing the game of sick bow, my friends, which is one spirit of 7 God. Sick bow, the 3 dice. 1, 1, 7, 11, 7. God is 7 with the 4 of the Christ of the 4. 7 and 4 makes 11. When man comes in, man comes out of the side of creation. And the side of creation, if you add them all up over here, 3, 6, 9, it says fox. But 3, earth, okay, 6, 9, as Saturn and Pluto, it says ESP. These things don't lie because they keep making them the same way. There must be a reason. Even Mahjong, I'm quite sure I can figure out that. I figure out possibilities, right? Imagine this. The little tiny one in the middle here would be Mercury. Then the one that splits it on the 2 sides would be the cutting of the Venus. Earth would be the white because of the white clouds. Mars would be the red. And then man would have to be in the caution world because you see these spades over here and the spades down here? It means we're in the world of caution. We're living at this point and at this point. Okay? I mean, in this scenario, this up here, this over here, excuse me, we're living on this side of the suspenders, not on this side of the suspenders. Okay? This is the caution world that passes underneath. That's all the caution between this side and this side. And it's made up of this. These are the planets. So this planet over here, the yellow, which would be the yellow planet? Well, Pluto and Mercury and Pool are yellow. At the horse races, Mars and Saturn both get yellow. So I can break it down and figure it out to which one goes where. I'm not going to do it right now. Should we do it together? Okay, we'll do it together. Oh my God. That would be like insane. Which goes where? Okay, I really came on to show you the 10. And another thing about this is, you see the way this and this are the same? It passes underneath. This is one layer over another layer, or what they do in creation, they fold it this way, and they fold it this way, and they fold it this way. And the last 2 parts, you can open up the fold because you're at the ends, but the center ones you can't get to unless you unravel everything. It's the same thing with the shadows of the cards. See the way it's split all the yellow all over the place? You see up here the ears of the cat? Somehow, some way, one day when I get enough time, I keep saying the same thing over and over and over. But today is not like any other day. This is the first Thursday that I didn't go throw away $20. Okay? I'm not a rich man. $20 is not a lot of money. I'm even laughing about it. Okay? But what it takes away from is the idea I can have to continue on my work, to continue finding, to create things that already exist, but to see deeper within is more interesting. Maybe, maybe not. I like that excitement of watching on screen, right? But when you discover something, the high of discovery stays with you because the money is won and lost. But when you discover something, that discovery is won forever for the rest of your life. It's the greatest thing in the world. Feels so good. Even if no one watches and half the people don't believe or disbelieve or not or unsure right now because I'm new at this. But that's okay. It's okay for everybody. I do these videos for myself. Oh my God, everything today has been the same thing. 11, 14, 25, jack, ace 11, ace 14, two top aces in the deck, all put together. When you take away the first one, because there's over 3 digits, you leave the last 3 of 114. That was the other day, which is the 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, the pig's pregnancy, which falls on 333, the creation of Christ. You flip them over, you've got 2 islands, a 6 and 1 spirit in between. So we've got a lot of things rocking and rolling, my friends. One thing I did want to mention is I was watching a friend of mine's cassette, and I'm quite sure I'm allowed to say this. Obviously, he put it out for everybody to see. But he said Shom FM is owned by Astro Media. Is that the same Astro Media? It just got sold to, I think, Bell. A very bad move. Nobody knows what I thought. The first thing I thought, and I said, oh my God, you cannot give anything to Bell. They have bought out everything from everybody. They have bought out, they are the only underground. 2, 5, and 8, when you say Venus and you say Jupiter and you say Neptune, you are actually saying the letters of Bell. The only time the H actually gets crossed with the double L coming together is when the energy spirit spreads out, goes down, and then spreads out. Okay, or the diskettes are turning, but I'm going to show you that picture after. So by Bell getting a hold of this, to me, Bell, you see that thing there? You see this? Give me a second. Hold on a second. Don't go away. Don't go away. Don't go away. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. You still there? You still there? Yeah. You see this? This guy knows the underground. And he knows that evil shit is under there. And there's information and trafficking in the underground. They always mention the underground. And who would know than a 4-horned dragon? My buddy. Hey, buddy. What's going on? We're going to kill him, eh? You're not after me. It's impossible. Impossible. Can't be afraid of you. You got to be my friend. I'll bring you peace, my friend. I'll release that evil spirit from within the dragon and you'll be on our side. But for now, fight behind me or otherwise I have to slit your throats. So Bell is now another piece in New World Order. That's what it's all about, my friends. They have just now cornered just about every single aspect. And I'm not quite sure, but do the Canadians play at the Bell Center or the Molson Center? Or what's the difference? They exchange shares anyways. Hey, buddy, can't buy your shares. You know that? I don't buy your shares. That's the way it works. You got to have it under the QT. You know, this is the New World Order. So they slip in and the Astro Media sells out. Got a lot of money. Crazy, sick money. Sick money. I think about it and I feel like melting. It's sick money. It's so fucking good for a guy, you know. It's fantastic for a guy, but if it destroys everything else, it's a shame. If you keep giving guys 10, 15, and 20 billion dollars, eventually everybody has nothing unless you're printing money. So if everybody's holding $20 billion, we will all fall. It's inevitable. Prices keep going up for a certain reason. Prices keep going down for a certain reason. So, but even when we all fall, I mean, who's going to plant what? They're going to have to hire us. So we're going to have to work back for them. Everything will fall. We would never have enough money to work. We'd become slaves because we'd always need the money and they'd own everything. Not good. It just doesn't work out. The money's got to be like the ocean. And at the end of the day, everything seems to be calm. But during the week, late at night, one night, it was risky out there. But life is risky. The session we pass is the conscience session for love, lust, war and hate, deceit. It's the world we're in. This is the session we're in. It sounds faggy, eh? Because the next session is the session of the conscious mind, where you seem to notice more and everything starts to click. Why are we really on Earth? And oh, you know what? And this makes sense now. And oh, and now this makes sense. And now the stories get interesting. And in 80 years that you life, there's so much to research. You just die a happier person. Not much more than that. You end up seeing the light. All the last finals angels, before they return, end up seeing the final light. And then the question is there another cycle, or will they change the planet, or what will they do? Personally, I think, like I said, I put a bag in a bag and 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 a bag, and then I took another bag and a bag, and I put them all together, and we're just like we live in a big shoe or something. We know the, hold on a second, where is it? Okay, you see this one over here? This is because the spirit is in the center, okay? This one, it's not there. So it gets the two lines. The lines are actually supposed to be a little higher up, okay? And they're the divisions of each of these separate worlds. Even though this is one square of 9, these are all separate worlds. At the same time, these worlds are used, okay? If you take a 16 square, you'll use 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, and all the 4s you can, okay? And what is that going to give you? And it makes combinations for that type of size squares, or like 16 boxes, 4 by 4, 16 boxes. What this is, okay, this is central terminal. This one and this one are the same, okay? This one over here are separated. These 3 and these 3 touch. These 3 and these 3 touch. These 2 are connected. When this, you would say, is man, this is your angle angel. You come together here and you meet. And then your next option is here. This is a diskette that turns. This is a diskette that turns. As far as I understand, in the center here would be Jupiter. Over here, turning this disc cassette over here would be Venus. And turning this disc cassette over here may be Neptune. Okay? And each one of these 3, this center one holds absolutely no planets. Okay? Except on here. This one over here. Each one holds, I'm not sure how many planets. I know this is 1. If this is 1, okay, how many would be here? 4 and 4. So you'd have 4 planets here, 1 here, and 1 here. 1, 3, 7, 9, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Now we break them apart, and this thing comes around. It looks like a racetrack, eh? But it's discs. It's spun from here and here. This is the energy of Christ. It comes from the center here through Jupiter. It opens up, and it connects the 2 sides together. 2, 5, and 8 is only a passage. I keep showing it this way. I keep talking about it this way. It's a little bit mixed up. This is with the spirit, without the spirit. This is funny. Spirit, angel, and man, okay? Man has a 28-letter count. 2 and 8 is 1. Angel has a 42-letter count, and what's funny about that is 42 is the number count of the number 5 and 9. That's why I marked it over here. And 4 and 2 equals 6. And spirit, which is 91. 9 and 1 equals 1. 1, 6, 1. Now, if I add together 91, 42, and 28 equals 161. The same as it is down here as a reduced value. It comes into the exact same number. And what's actually missing to make this perfect, right, to make it a 10-10, it would be 9, 4, 9, which means the birth heavens of creation. What does all that mean? What do you mean, what does that all mean? That we're in the, I mean, you might, what is my term, heaven? Well, our first of all, like I said in one of my cassettes, our creation heaven is inside our pelvis. That's why they took away Elvis Presley. Okay? We don't have all our brains in our head. Okay? When you get horny, your dick knows you got to do it. So it's got to have its own brain. It doesn't send it to your head. When you get that orgasm, it's not your brain that fucks up, it's everything else that fucks up. Okay. So there's definitely those two nuts down there. They must have some sort of enjoyment. They must know something. Okay. We definitely have a spread out army of brains inside of us. But there is, yes, the main brain on top takes in the final information and does what it has to do. Sometimes they say you have nothing up there, but really and truthfully, it's you have nothing down there. You got no balls. What's next? So we got Spirit Angel and Man. Also, Spirit Angel and Man, S-A-M. S is the initials for the three of them. S, which can stand for Saturday, Sunday, and also Saturn. A can stand for August, Angel, April. And M for Mars, for Mercury, for March, for May, the coming of the next month. Oh, the next 2 months are going to be, I said something may happen in June. I don't know if it's June. It might just be in May. Something has to happen. Anyway, Spirit Angel and Man, the letter count is 1, 1, and 4. And Spirit Angel and Man, 1, 1, 4, equals to the number of days it takes for the pig's pregnancy. 114 days. 4, 1, and 1 is 6. 114 days, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. More or less, take away a couple hours, drop a day, but it's always really basically the same thing. And they got a lot of titties. I think they got 14 titties, just enough for 12 to 14 titties, sometimes 16, just enough to plug up the two heavens together. The reason, one of the reasons for the, this would be the setup, okay? This here and here would be the setup and range for all the titties on a pig. Hey, look, an Easter egg. Wow. Look, 12 is the total. Do you know why? Because God is odd creation. He can't end on even. So 13, you got to get rid of it. It doesn't exist. But also 13, I'm working on this. I lost the paper for it. And I found a way that when you create an octagon circle and then you cut it with the two sides, when you start creating the world, you have to start splitting them apart. Now, first you got a circle. Now you split the circle apart. And when you split the first circle apart, man has a chance to come out of the egg, but it's just an expression. So when you split the octagon apart, you end up with a D on this side and a D on this side. Now, okay, when you split it again, okay, you have to make 4 parts of a pie. So once you put that pie back together, okay, because you bring it in a little bit at the end, what happens? It creates the mark of the B. And at the same time, you can also create the 8 from of it, because most of my stuff, and it mixes me up too, because you're supposed to show it overlapping. Like in the cards, they only have 5 and 6 rows. And in some stuff, it doesn't show it overlapping. But the whole consistency is from when you find it, you have to do the entire piece of that equation the same way. Otherwise, you'd be just jumping from one end to the other end, and it's always going to make sense. Well, of course, it's going to make sense. Everybody, listen, it all makes sense. It's all sick, crazy, and stupid. Even my work, I find it weird, but for me, I know there's a future in it for making sense. If it doesn't make sense today, I'm going to give it a chance tomorrow. If my work doesn't have a chance, who's going to give it a chance? Only I can give my work a chance. Doesn't make any sense today, but tomorrow's a whole new day. Let's see what it says tomorrow. And then the day after that, and the day after that. And I'm doing good, and I'm not a pig, and I'm not only doing it just for me. So my intentions are fine. And I do take my breaks, and I go out, and I get everything done. I want to be able to fit in the middle. Sometimes actually, like I said, not in the middle. You see, when there's a 5-yard penalty, right, that's actually the same penalty that is inflicted against every single team on every single down when they put helmet to helmet, but they're how far apart? 1 yard? They're the same distance apart, each team, regardless of the number of feet or inches, okay? They're the same distance, basically, from that center line, discounting the football and the two guys in the middle, because the two guys in the middle, okay, the quarterback, you're just like, it's like Neptune and Jupiter. That's what it is. The quarterbacks and the guy who passed the ball back, that's Jupiter, and that's and Neptune. and two husky planets at that, right? Or would you think that Venus, oh, it's Venus. Hold on a second. Venus, throw the ball. Can you see Venus being the quarterback? And who's actually the blocker? Anyways, I don't want to run on with any of these. I threw out a few numbers at you. I marked down a lot of stuff. Let me see if I can show you this. No. Okay, that's it. We're going to stop it at this. Okay? Raphael 7286, constellation of Pegasus. Be well, my friends, and watch out for the dragons near you. If you think they're bothering you and you don't know what to do, I'll give you a good idea. Send them to my house. Send them here. Send all the evil here. I don't care. I don't care. It's all in my mind already. I'm going to make it work just out of my mind. One day I won't even have to get on the internet. It'll just jump on all by itself. It'll write my thoughts. It'll mark my thoughts. It'll make movies. I won't even know what's happening, except for the truth that I feel that's inside myself. And I will bring it one step further. For 110% is no longer good enough for me. Raphael, on behalf of Mr. Tackpans, the constellation of Pegasus of 7286. I bid you a good night and a good day, and be well.